What up, what up, what up, what up? Friday night talk with your boy Bush. Somebody told me I need to do this. Somebody said I need to hold it down by myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this tonight for y'all. You feel me? Friday night talk with Bush. First of all, let's get into this right here. Y'all see the picture? That's actually Most Def. And I was kind of mad when I first seen that because because I thought it was the White Lives Matter shirt. Even though I don't really care. When Kanye wore it, I didn't really care. But Most Def to wear a White Lives Matter shirt, I thought that was crazy. But then I looked a little closer, and I seen that he x'd out the V, so it's really White Lives Matter. Man, shit in my eye. So yeah, Most Def, see what we did when Kanye wore that shirt. He knew what he was doing. He got a lot of people talking about it, and now it's a big thing. So now you see, this is Most Def, that picture up in the corner. That's Most Def, but he's got a new thing. It's called White Lies Matter. White Lies Matter, which is probably true because, if I lie, first of all, when I tell the truth, they say I'm lying. They say we lying. So like, but the white man, sometimes you get away with more than others. That's just how it go. Things are changing. People getting more woke to the game, but that shirt is kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. White Lies Matter. But that's what that shit is. So y'all see, I seen a lot of trolls put the picture up of Most Def wearing the shirt, and people didn't read close. They didn't see that it's actually White Lives Matter. They was confused. They thought it was White Lives Matter. So there was a little controversy around that. Most Def, he was a conscious rapper. He disappeared for a minute. He actually ain't been rapping for a long time. Black Star, shit was they had some good music. You know what I mean? Reflection Eternal. They had a couple songs that I love on that album. You know what I mean? So they were a group to be fucking with, but he disappeared. I guess when you in that show business and you that type of dude like Most Def, certain type of dudes. It reminds me of Dave Chappelle. When Dave Chappelle popped. Damn, I got some shit in my eye. Y'all can't get it out. When Dave Chappelle popped off, the Hollywood get weird. I'm hearing a lot of shit lately, and a lot of shit gonna start coming out about the truth because we got the internet. But Hollywood get weird. Most Def escaped from Hollywood, and he escaped from the limelight. He doesn't do music anymore. He's basically involved with a lot of charity. He changed his name to Yasima Bey. But I guess when he seen Kanye in that shirt, something sparked him to get back in front of the cameras. And now this is what he's doing. I don't know if that shirt is his brand, but it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I mess with that shirt. Just like, and guess what? I still mess with Kanye. Don't get me wrong. But speaking of Conway, him and Diddy going back and forth on Twitter, something on Instagram or whatever the fuck, something real crazy. Basically, Diddy asking him for his address so he could pull up and talk to him. Ye is taking that as a threat, I think, because Diddy ain't no punk. Diddy from Harlem. His mom passed away. His dad was murdered. Wait, is his mom? I don't know. His mom's still alive. My bad. Excuse me. But remember what happened with Diddy and Drake? The word is Diddy had to go upside Drake's head with a bottle. So, yeah. Diddy ain't really nothing to be played with. So basically, him and Ye are going at it because Diddy made some comments about his White Lives Matter shirt that he had on for the Fashion Week. Diddy made some comments on Drink Champs. Shout out to Drink Champs. And I guess Ye didn't like it, so Ye reached out to him, and they've been going back and forth. Now, Ye, come on now. You think Diddy dumb enough to pull up on you after sending text? and pull up on you and slide on you and beat you up or something, hit you with a bottle. I don't think so. That shit that happened with Drake, if it did happen, it was a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't nothing like they was going back and forth and Diddy said to Drake, meet me over here. And then they met and then he hit him with a bottle. No, there was a spur of the moment thing. Diddy ain't stupid. Diddy been through a lot of shit, as we all know. They've been trying to lock the boy up for a long time. Now, there's other questionable things about him, like when, dealing with the little boys and stuff like that. That's a rumor that's been coming back out lately. There's lawsuits. There's other things involved with that. But as far as pulling up on people and popping when you get mad at, I think Diddy don't have a problem with that. Diddy gonna pop where he get mad at. So Kanye, he might have a point. Ye might know shit we don't. He does know stuff we don't know about Diddy. So he might be scared for a reason. He said basically on the thing, he's gonna get him arrested. He alerted the police. So that's what it is. You feel me? That's funny as hell. Now let's get into the game. The game put out a statement claiming Dr. Dre didn't produce none of his stuff. Now, earlier, like this month, I think Game was on Clubhouse, and he basically stated before he dropped this album, Drillmatic, he basically stated that Kanye did more for his career than Dre. I called it cap. A lot of people called it cap, and some people might have, it's his life. He know better than we do. But from the outside looking in, that shit don't even sound right. It don't look right. It don't seem right. Now, I think Game is the type to get sensitive and shit like that because, he got into it with 50. There was some business shit he wasn't happy with, so he got into it with 50. And then now, I'm sure he reached out to Dre for this Drillmatic album. I'm positive he did. He definitely reached out to Dre. And guess what happened? Dre ain't fucking with it. Too much shit around his name, too much bullshit. Dre still cool with 50. So Dre chose sides, basically. And I guess Game didn't like that. So Game came out, and clowned Dre. And now he's still clowning Dre. My thing is your album came out, it didn't sell that much. Okay, no problem. It's a different era right now. You're an old school rapper. You know what I mean? You shouldn't take it like that. You calling out Dre, but really, it's obvious that you're mad because you reached out to Dre for help with this album and Dre didn't help you. So you got to stop with these statements against Dre. It's not helping you at all. Or maybe it is helping you. Like I said, with this new internet era, like that statement right there is going to get talked about because I'm talking about it right now on my little platform. There's other platforms talking about it. But I'm saying like it's not looking good as an older dude looking at Game. I met Game before he popped off in LA in West Hollywood at Spike Lee's studio. I mean, not Spike Lee. Wesley Snipes had a studio. I don't know if he still got it. You know what I mean? But I was talking to Game because I knew who he was signed with. I knew he was with 50 and all that. I was like, you about to pop. You about to blow up. I'm coming from New York. I was in Cali. I knew 50's I knew his road. I knew 50 was about to pop, basically. Anybody in New York knew 50 was going to pop like months before he actually popped. So I got love for Game, from that standpoint. But at the same time, when you clout chasing. When you're doing too much, you're doing too much. Talking against Dre, nothing good is going to come out of that, man. Nothing at all. So that's bullshit. It's cap. Dre helped his fucking career out tremendously. Dre, if it wasn't for Dre, we wouldn't know about Game. Game wouldn't be that Compton because Dre, come on now. Dre put him in the right position with that first album, the documentary. So let's stop playing. Let's stop lying. Now, Blueface got his nails done. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? You're a weirdo. Not really. These young boys, they doing it. I'm not with it. And the young dudes, I know they not with it either. But Blueface got his nails done. Why does he want to be in the media? Is it because of this? Your girl Christina Rock, his ex-girlfriend, they probably still together, I don't know. But put out a sex tape on homie. Ask yourself, and I'm asking myself, who the fuck give a fuck about their sex tape? Nobody cares. Nobody's really looking for that sex tape. Let's be honest here. Nobody cares about that sex tape. So Shorty reaching, and Shorty looked more lame for even doing that, for putting that out. That was lame as fuck. Kodak Black. Good artist, talented motherfucker. Be doing too fucking much running his mouth. But guess what? Like I've been saying, in this new era where you can make a statement on any one of these platforms, you can make a statement and it get talked about in the news and talked about. Like, you never know who's real and who's fake no more. You don't know if he's doing this if he really feel like this or if he's doing it to be talked about. Kodak Black calls out BET for because he lost the award to Lotto. Kodak, sorry, my dude. I know you still think you're young in your brain, but you're not no more. You're a vet. You're a G. Don't get involved in the bullshit. But maybe by getting involved in the bullshit, it's keeping them in them young circles. But Lotto, she a new, young, hot artist. And she popping, homie. That's how it go. Some people suggested that people are paying BET for these things, for these awards. I doubt it. You know what I mean? I doubt it. I'm sure there's a panel that picks the awards. Maybe some people getting paid, some people not. But ultimately, there's a decision made by somebody. And I ain't gonna say nothing. But I don't think that's the issue. Kodak, you on some some little boy shit for real. You need to grow up, homie, because he definitely in his late 20s or early 30s. We all knew Kodak when he was a young boy. When he came in the game, he was probably like fucking 17, 16. Actually, when he did that song that Cardi B used, that's getting him a lot of money now. He was like 16 years old. You feel me? So the boy came in, he was famous as a youngin', but he's still acting like a youngin'. Maybe that's, and he got big people behind him, so people automatically think that's all Kodak. Nah, somebody encouraging that shit behind him. Somebody encouraging that behavior because it's keeping them in the media, keeping them being talked about. So yeah, that's what it is with that. Kodak Black, but we still love you. Drop another one, nigga. Drop another one. Keep coming with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why this is in the headlines. And shout out to Real Rap on Instagram. What's the name of this shit? You know what I mean? But shout out to them. Eddie Murphy, $35K in monthly child support. This is when I wish I had a researcher beside me to tell me, like, is that for one child or is that for I think he got like 10, 11 kids. That ain't for all of them because that's got to be probably for one or two kids. That's crazy. I'm going to get to the bottom of that. But, he rich as hell. And if you Eddie Murphy kid, you need protection. You need to live a certain lifestyle because when you go to daddy, it don't got to be just lavish. Just when you go to daddy, it should be the same, or else it's going to mess your brain up. You feel me? So I could understand that. You know what I mean? He need to pay that. He got it. $35K though. Damn. That's why, in the words of Snoop, it's cheaper to keep her. You feel me? That's a fact. Now, Ice Cube, I don't understand how the fuck. We got to give him a pass because that was like one of his first movies. That probably was his first movie. But damn, I'm sure that taught him a lot about ownership. Ice Cube wants to get Friday out of Warner Brothers. If he only knew. But if he didn't have Warner Brothers, Friday wouldn't be as big as it was. So if he did go to independent route and put this movie out, it would have been shitty. Let's be honest here. The movies cost a lot of fucking money. And and that wasn't even a top tier movie when they shot it. But I wish like that ownership is big. Now y'all seeing with these movies and this creative shit. Like Friday, there wasn't like based on artists. It wasn't based on a specific artist. Wasn't based on nothing specific. It was just a cool movie that somebody wrote. Honestly, I do think him and DJ Pooh could have pulled something together really and put it out themselves kind of. It wouldn't have been as big though. So it's a sticky situation. It's just sad that Ice Cube, with all the money and power that he got in Hollywood, that he couldn't get that movie. He couldn't, own the rights to Friday. So you telling me, because first of all, Warner Brothers cleared Friday, next Friday, Friday after next. Okay, that's what's going on. Now they don't want to clear it no more. Or the thing is, the mission is you want to buy the rights to all these movies so you could continue with the way you want to do it. That'd be cool. I would love that. But I hope all the youngins, the young creators coming up, because I got some friends that's writers, directors, all that, young black creators and young everybody, not just black, learn about this ownership shit and whatever else when it comes to getting a piece of your work. Because Ice Cube should be rich. He is rich as fuck, but I'm just saying, like, Ice Cube should be able to do what he want with Friday. And I'm sure everybody that know Friday and know the franchise would agree. That's Ice Cube. You know what I mean? That's DJ Pooh, the first one. DJ Pooh, talented as fuck too, man. I love all his movies. The Wash, The Grow House, the Fridays. These dudes, they write some funny ass shit. Y'all, I don't know what DJ Pooh doing, but I want him to keep doing that shit. Keep doing the movies, man. That shit is good. Friday, Cube. Cop that, man. You negotiate some shit. Talk to them people, Cube. You got the money. You got the you know what I mean? The influence, the power. You could own the rights to Friday. You have to, Cube. You got to. Friday should be all the way to goddamn. We should have 10 fucking movies off of Friday. And good. They should be, there's no reason why they gotta be bad. They could all be good. Get the writers together, all that. But man, please, we need another Friday, man. I love that shit. I love that franchise. And I'm just sad that Ice Cube is struggling with his own creation. You know what I mean? Basically. Hove, Brooklyn boy from Marcy Projects. Now, these people that's in big places, they invest left and right, millions, millions, and millions all around. Only somebody that's that you mess with when they invest as big headlines is, Jay-Z. He putting 16.5, that's 16.5 million into a robotic pizza company. What the fuck am I talking about? Robotic pizza company. I looked at it, it's crazy. Basically, there's going to be one or two humans involved to set it up and stuff, but the robots do everything, which is more safe, more clean. I'm kind of like a germaphobe almost. Like, I don't like the idea of people touching my food or nothing. But I know when you go to the restaurants, it is what it is. But I think this is the move. This is going to be the move. It's going to kill a lot of jobs. And I call myself a chef, so I know it's going to anger some people and anger some pizzerias, anger a lot of old Mario. Hold up, my pizza store over there by where I came from, Angelo's. It's going to anger these guys. F it, pop off, because Jay-Z, he not he's human too. He got rid of Tidal. I was mad about that. He owned a little piece of it still, but. I thought he was going to just keep pushing it, but Jay is a real business dude. If he ain't seeing nothing, if it ain't looking right, he getting out of it. That's just what he is. That's what he does. And if he doesn't, then if he don't do that, then we looking at him like, Jay, what's up, man? Because we look at Jay as the ultimate hustler. Let's be real. As the fucking guy that we could look up to as far as hustle and grind. So now with this thing, the robotic pizza company, this shit is crazy. Just look it up. I don't know the name right now, but just look up Jay-Z's invest. Yo, these robots are making nice pies. They're looking good, looking tasty. It's all about the ingredients, obviously, when you're dealing with that. Because basically, yo, it's not no fire, wood burning, whatever, wood stove, but it looked like some good ass pizza. And I'm from where I was just in the city the other day working. I'm like, why I got all this bougie ass fucking pizza everywhere? All this weird pizza. I just want the regular pizza. The shit I used to get from Angelo's on Cotillion Road. Shout out to Angelo's in Flatbush. You heard? Real New York pizza. I think Jay, and I know his pizza spot. I know his pizza spot on Myrtle Ave. I forgot the name of that shit, but I know it. I tasted them slices. They good. Jay know what's up. And it's gonna be good. But first of all, Cali, and that's an ill strategy too, because Cali don't know about New York pizza like that. So now they're gonna associate this Jay-Z company with New York pizza. And they're gonna go crazy and they're gonna go OD on it. You feel me? But I don't know how well it's gonna do on the East Coast. That's the question. But really it ain't, because there's other places besides the East Coast, overseas, everywhere else, fucking all around the world. So I really think he's on to something, honestly. That ass. I think he's on to something. So this is gonna be great. I'm definitely looking forward to trying it, because when I seen it with my eyes, it made me wanna possess it. Shout out to Jay, and guess what? Robots are doing it, but humans are still behind it. The humans created the robots. Don't forget that. So everybody gets scared of the idea of robots doing everything, but it's just that's the human evolution. We want shit easier. We want shit done. That's just how it is. So sorry. We was talking about these the GPS earlier. Back in the day, shit, I used to use a book to look up where I had to go. A fucking Thomas Guide book. Look up the street by alphabetical order, go to the page, look it up, go, you know what I mean? So we were more able to use our brain more back in the day. There's no denying that. But maybe, like I said, human evolution, I don't know if it's bad or good, but it's always progress. I say it's good, because that's just what it is. You feel me? So that's where we're going now. Robots doing every fucking thing. Now, Juice WRLD becomes the only artist with four albums sell over 500K units in 2022. Because people are not really buying. People are not really buying no more, but it's a shame. Juice WRLD, super talented. And we could argue that he's probably one of the most talented guys out of Chicago, for real. For real. And I'm pretty sure everybody would agree. He probably the most nicest dude out of Chicago. And that's just a fact. You know what I mean? But it's unfortunate that people didn't want to give it to him when he was alive. He died on some, I ain't gonna say it, but it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. But when you're on them drugs, you're gonna do some things, whatever. But it's fucked up how we always wait till the dude dies to recognize his talent. Now, Juice WRLD had a lot of fucking music, and I think they said he got like two more. He got like two more albums worth of songs in the safe, ready to go. But everybody that's a real hip hopper that listen to this music, you cannot deny that boy is talented as fuck. He's not one of the ones. He's not a regular dude when it comes to this shit. The boy really do this. But I don't know what y'all think. Maybe if he had another year on this earth, everybody would have realized that before he died. But it took for him to die for his real fans to go ahead and play it for somebody else and be like, listen to this motherfucker. Listen. And then everybody get on him. And now he's selling 500,000 first week every time he dropped. Which don't happen nowadays at all. if an artist sell 200 racks, 200K, they lit in the first, you know what I mean? But this boy, Juice World, very, very talented. I don't know where he got that sauce from in Chicago, because them dudes they not, a lot of them on some drill shit, they not really nice rappers like that. A lot of them. But there's a lot of them that's nice. You know what I mean? But Juice World, you could tell this boy is a hip hop baby. He's obviously a hip hop baby. He studied the greats, and he's nice, man. Let's give it up. And I know that sound, what I say when I say we gotta give it to them when they're alive. I know that sound like repetitive. Everybody say that shit, but it's just, this is a perfect example though. That's ill, man. That's they didn't recognize his talent when he was alive. I was on him early though. I ain't gonna lie. And that one, the album with Future he did, it was all right. But when I like his style with his shit, his solo shit. Because when Future link up, like the shit he did with Uzi Vert, I love that shit. The shit he did with Thug, love that shit. When Future link up, he usually get with the young up and coming young boys and do a mixtape with them. The one with Juice World, The World on Drugs, I think that's the name of it. I didn't really fuck with that too much. I ain't gonna lie to you. They had like one or two on there. You feel me? But rest in peace, Juice World, man. That's just insane. The talent that came out of Chirac with this dude alone, man. And that dude, Lil Bibby, he lucked up with Juice World. I know he know it, but really I want Bibby to make a dedication to homie. Get back on the mic one time, make a dedication to Juice World, because he deserved it. You feel me? And that's just a fact. That's a fact of life. Young Boy, I've been listening to a lot of Young Boy lately. He put out this album yesterday, 3800 Degrees, and a lot of people been criticizing it, coming at him, saying it sound crazy. It's not his best work, but it's work. When you got an artist like Young Boy, you got to appreciate whatever, you know what I mean? Because he legend already. That dude is a legend. He a young legend. So all the critics, certain artists, they at the level where you can't really criticize them. You got to just let them do their work. You got to let them work. You got to let the art speak for itself. I like that shit. I ain't going to lie. I like real music. I like shit that come from the heart. And that one definitely, that one hit home. Not the album in particular, but the boy, Young Boy, when he certain songs, I fuck with him. I ain't gonna hold you. He deal with a lot of pain. So I guess that's the thing that makes his fans identify with him heavy. Because he deal with it for a dude at that age to deal with the shit that he, at the level and be able to express it at the level that he does and his work ethic. The boy is lit, man. You gotta give it up. When it's due, you gotta give it to him. You feel me? And that's what it is. But yeah, man. It's just a little things going on. The bread, the meat, we're gonna get to the meat tomorrow on the Bull Raz show. But right now I'm just going over the little things going on. You feel me? Little things going on on the headline. Shout out to my bro Mace Low, because he hit me up the other day. He doing good. He up in Corcoran. He's doing real good actually. He gonna be, he gonna be all right. He gonna be home soon actually. So we ain't tripping, we ain't stressing, but we damn sure blessing. Now this dude Academics, he back. This internet shit, man, sometimes you think like to finesse and get your bread when you safe at home chilling. It's something, it's a lot. But somebody like me and certain people won't sell their soul. Like if you sitting there getting paid off of hip hop, it's not hard to say positive things about it, homie, and you still getting paid, you still could get paid. Everything you say don't gotta be negative about the culture. And that's the issue that nobody really brought up. LL responded to him. I watch all these dudes. MC Shan, I watch the fucking even Buster, all these dudes and they response, Russell Simmons. But they didn't get down to the nitty gritty with me. My thing is stop. My thing is balance it out. Speak positive about hip hop too. Balance it out. Don't make it all negative. That's it. That's all. And if the rappers is dusty and they your OGs and you getting paid off this game, you always be talking like you know what's up or whatever else. Not saying you talk like a gangster, but you know, you hip, as they would say. If you were old like me, you're hip. You're a hip guy. Why the fuck you always gotta be spreading some negative rhetoric about the culture, homie? Tell me that. Yeah, it's a gimmick. It's your way to get money. Why can't you mix some positivity in there? So that's why I say that's what I mean by selling your soul. This dude, man, it's so bad. Like, I wish my son could watch him. You know, he 11 years old. He probably watch whatever he want. But me, I'm on some strict shit to where it's like, you know. But I wish he could watch a hip hop, you know, documentary, a hip hop information, and not always be bombarded with negativity. And that's what YouTube, you know, all these YouTubers, that's what y'all gotta learn. Once you get of a certain level, you know, why not? Like, it shouldn't have to be he has to find something on Netflix where Nas is talking about some hip hop history or some shit like that. It should be like an everyday thing, you feel me? But y'all internet dudes, man, it's crazy. Like, you focus on the negative. Let's run down the line. Shout out to my boy James Hudson. Appreciate you. You know, ride or die, homie. But let's run down the line. This motherfucker here, this chipmunk cheek fat face, he was the king of the negativity towards hip hop. You know, with the Chirac shit. We all know the Chirac Savages and all that. Now, Swamp Stories. I always watch them. I ain't gonna hold you. Negative shit. He's a guy on YouTube that reports about the bullshit, basically. He reports about the gang culture, the gang violence, and all that. He gets paid a lot of money on YouTube for reporting about these incidents that happen, and he does good work. You know, it's clear. You see pictures. He got his facts almost straight. He's pulling up dates. It's all good. You know what I mean? But it's negative as fuck. Nothing positive about it at all. He doesn't say nothing positive about anything. He talks about the rappers and this. He down San Diego. He talked bad about San Diego, and I don't like the way he did that. And I'm sure a lot of Dago people ain't gonna like it either, because he's getting real cocky. Because when you get that money, now next person, DJ Vlad. Remember in the beginning with Vlad, he was a real humble guy, super cool, humble. Got his money. Now he's cocky as fuck. He's a real asshole. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not keeping the humility, and you talking about hip hop. You're speaking about hip hop culture that come from the streets, and you don't know how to keep that humility. Now you letting the money, the bag, change you to a fucking asshole. Shout out to you know who DJ Khaled, because I feel like he keep the humility. He's rich as hell now, but he's staying humble, staying real, trying to stay humble. These dudes, these internet motherfuckers that's getting bags every month, just coming like bang, 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 just getting rich off of this negative shit. They to be able to get rich off this negative shit, that show you that they have something to where they don't have any morals, basically what I'm trying to say. Like, to even be in that position to just flourish off of just pure negative rhetoric. They'll basically do anything. Those are the type that'll be like, oh, you want to be famous? You know what you got. Nah, I ain't gonna get into that. But those are the types that'll do anything. That's what I mean by selling your soul. Now, then when I got into Vlad next is because he's an example of the cockiness that came from humble to cocky when he got his money. Swamp Stories, Vlad, Trap Lord Ross, this little fuck, you know, he was just on No Jumper. He's a rapper now. He's on No Jumper. Or is that because Adam wants another, Adam is appreciating his fellow culture vultures. He's pulling them in, putting them on. It's all gravy, you feel me? To report this stuff. But I'm just making examples of the guys that just pure negativity. That's what I'm telling y'all right now. If y'all don't see that, then whatever. But I'm saying, like, these guys are getting rich off of pure negativity, reflecting on hip hop culture and reflecting on, the inner cities, the youth. And guess who's watching them? The youth. Trap Lord Ross was on No Jumper. He's on all kind of podcasts. He's going for his fame now. He put in the work. He's rich. He got his channel, making money, business. He got his Patreon, making money, another business. So now he's stepping out and showing the world, hey, ladies, I'm a rich, famous guy. Holla at me. Same thing, Vlad. Vlad and Academics. Notice these guys are all single. They're all ready to mingle. They all obviously were nerds in high school. They obviously were guys that seek attention elsewhere. Maybe in a magazine, in a book, in the dark corner, in the closet, in the bathroom type of shit. All good. But why can't you keep that humility? You'll be even cooler if you was able to do that. But it's impossible for them to do that. They were so lame, it's impossible for them to keep the humility. You feel me? It's impossible. Like this dude here, man. Whatever. We off of that. We on where were we on? We were on your boy Trap Lord Ross. Now, mind you, Swamp Stories isn't American. Not saying I got anything against, other countries and nothing like that, but they're reporting on, American issues. Let's be honest here. You feel me? Vlad is Russian. Trap Lord Ross, I don't know where the fuck he's from. He's from like somewhere. I'll look it up. He's from England or some shit. Having a spot of tea, saying cheerio. We love it. We making money on the culture. They putting into the culture. But why not throw some positivity in? How you don't see that? How could you not see that? You know what I mean? Now, Academics, mind you, he's a platform for artists coming up, the young artists. So they go there, they get an interview. It might be a good look for them. It might be a bad look for them. It's all good. But Trap Lord Ross, he's just pure fuckery all the way around. You know what I mean? He fuckery, killings, death, gang violence. That's it. Period. It's when it comes to hip hop culture. That's what I feel. That's my opinion on him. Swamp Stories, he's a piece of shit. He's a real piece of shit. All these, he talks about the war and different gangs killing each other. And somehow he identifies it with hip hop, though. You feel me? Like I can understand if you're really a gang guy who studies gangs and that's it. But somehow he intertwines it with hip hop. I know that's a business move to get more attention. You feel me? But when it's detrimental to the youth coming up, they're seeing these examples. This is what I'm saying about throwing some positivity in that somehow, some way. When you talk about these dudes and you demonize them, do a little more research on them. There's something good about some of these dudes and whatever else. Like, do something, humanize the people more than demonize them. That's the issue right there. And this dude right here is the biggest demonizer of all times because he gave them dudes the names. And yeah, I'll be honest. I said this shit before. I'm on the crusade. He gave them dudes the names. He gave the killers their names, homie. And people all around the world are calling them that. calling Lil Reek, calling, he gave them their names. You know what I'm talking about. You feel me? And then this dude, they call him, they say he working with the feds. That's DJ Vlad, because some of y'all never even seen his face. But that's how he looked. They say he working with the feds. Basically, if you go look at his interviews, I'm sure you have, because he got like 5 million subscribers. He focused on the bullshit, period. He don't want to know nothing about, and it's like you rich, and you can still cover the bullshit, but find a way, program the shit. If you like, because then now these guys are gatekeeper type of dudes. You feel me? Because the internet game is still young. People think it's old. These young boys, they think it's been around forever. But internet game is still young, homie. So we pushing for that. We know they're gonna catch wind. Somebody's with a bigger platform than me, they're gonna pay attention and like keep some negative keep some positive with the negative, balance it out, yin and yang. It ain't all about the bullshit. Now, see your boy, baby brother Terrence, baby half brother Terrence Gangster Williams. He just got out the can. They say he snitched, but he say he only told on older people. People that's dead, people that's deceased. Some people say that's snitching. Some people say that's not. Whatever. But my point with him is he's staying with the positive. You feel me? He's keeping positive. At least he's keeping positive with his speech. His shit ain't all negative. Take it how you want it. At least he's keeping it. He keeping some positive with it, mixing positive with it, and that's my point. Now, when you're dealing with the OGs that got out of the prison from doing all kind of crazy time, they got their platforms, not as big as the rest, but hopefully they will be, because they put on positivity with the negative. Now, notice the biggest platforms, no positivity. Understandable. That's how you got where you at. But guess what? Now, once you get where you at, when you're dealing with kids, when you're dealing with the youth, when you're dealing with certain things, a whole culture of people, you have to be very responsible. Sadly, not to get on no racist shit, we don't expect Vlad, Trap Lord Ross, Swamp Stories, and these guys to really, even 1090 Jake, we don't expect them to care about certain things, because their families from generations and generations don't have nothing to do with the streets, the inner cities, of hip hop, or none of that. So they're not concerned. But this dude, the dude Academics, who really is the leader of this whole genre of YouTubers that cover the bullshit, we expect more out of him. We do. Because we got to expect more out of our people, like every other culture does. Feel me? There's no consequences. Especially now, he's up. You ain't gonna catch him. You ain't gonna catch him without security, without the spotlight on him. Or you fuck with him, you going to jail, or you getting killed. Period. It ain't about attacking them on some violence or whatever, but I'm talking about just approaching them to talk, man to man type of shit. Ain't happening. He's not talking to nobody, but unless you're a fucking celebrity, a star, you know what I mean? He's not talking to nobody. So that's just what it is. Yeah, we expect certain things out of certain people. You got to have some responsibility. It ain't all sweet, playboy. You're out here getting rich. It ain't all sweet. So that's my point on that. These YouTubers, man. Hassan Campbell, he has some positivity in his message, even though I disagree with a lot of shit that he deals with. And I got a video about that on the channel. So be curious. But I can't accuse him of not, mixing the positive in there with the negative. Because the negative is what's really going on. That's the reality. But the reality is there's positivity going on too. People always associate everything with you know what I mean, everything. The negative get more play than the positive.
Press 1 to send the.
Yo, what up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, my boy, Bush, salute, fam.
What's good, James? What's goody? You all right?
What's goody with you?
Man, what you think, man? I'm on these YouTubers, man. You feel me? These guys it's like there's got to be some type of consequences. They out of control. A lot of these dudes.
Yeah, Academics is the gatekeeper of the current, Wendy Williams era of YouTube.
That's what I'm saying.
Academics is at the forefront of that. He keeps a lot of the bullshit going. Says a lot of things. I believe clickbait, and but he keeps a lot of the mess going. But what I called in for was I wanted to get your opinion on the internet is on fire. Kanye got everybody in an uproar, from Boosie to Puffy to Meek Mill to he's going at everybody now on Twitter and IG, and I fuck with Kanye for the most part. I think he's a genius in terms of I started fucking with him with the graduation and all his projects. I think he's a genius in terms of what he's
no denying that
to the culture.
So what you saying? You want my opinion on him wearing that shirt on Fashion Week?
Yeah, on the White Lives Matter shirt.
Yeah,
Before I offer my opinion on it.
Well, I just feel like with him, like you said, he's a genius. Think about his brand. I don't know how the hell he keeps it so relevant and so sought after with the kids in our inner cities and just in the suburbs and everywhere else. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking it's a move to where it's deeper than just what we think. I think it's a way to keep his brand in a certain light and looked at a certain way amongst certain people. You know what I mean? I feel like he's a genius, but he still has some self-esteem issues, and he still looks at the white man a certain way that we don't. Certain people don't. You feel me? And which is cool, and that's probably why what got him where he at. But when I seen because I talked about this earlier on this live, I seen not this, but I seen Mos Def with a shirt on, and it said White Lives Matter to the naked eye, but then I looked closer and he got the V X'd out. And it was funny to me because I wasn't mad when I seen Kanye wearing it, but when I seen Mos Def, who I thought was wearing it, I kind of got mad. You feel me? So with Kanye, it's different. He's the fucking different motherfucker. And I don't know. You feel me? That's all I got to say about that. But Mos Def, he had the Black Lives Matter, but he had the V crossed out, and it was just Black Lives Matter. You feel me?
Which was dope. Okay. Yeah, but Kanye could put on a mask, and everybody's doing it. I mean, he could cover his whole face with a fucking.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand. So he's got to be.
And so that's my point. He drives the culture,
Yeah, somehow he's got to be smart some type of way. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, for all of his manic episodes and Twitter meltdowns, there's a genius and a method to the madness that I respect about him. But on the flip side of that, I gotta say, what Puffy said echoes exactly how I feel. That White Lives Matter, I can't rock with it. I'm not with it. I think Kanye can push the envelope. He's good at that, at stirring up controversy around his name to keep his name out there and keep his brand out there to sell more Yeezys, to sell more, merchandise. I give him that. But I think it's dangerous, though, when it borderlines putting like a White Lives Matter T-shirt that flies.
It's definitely dangerous because those are the same shirts. That same image was worn by people who were doing destructive things towards us just because we were trying to remind them. That's the thing that they don't understand. Like, we just reminded y'all that Black Lives Matter. We're not saying no other lives don't matter. Like, that's retarded. Everybody, according to statistics and what's going on and who the police are killing, they know white lives matter. You feel me? We all know white lives matter. It's very obvious. No problem, but we're just reminding. That's not weird, but not, and I'm not talking about the organization because these motherfuckers were scamming and all that. We all know that. But I'm talking about the phrase Black Lives Matter. People were just reminding, trying to put that in the head of the masses that Black lives do matter. That's all. And it sounds crazy that we got to say that, but it's true. Like, we have to say that. We got to remind y'all.
And see, the thing about it is, while I drew a line in the sand is the fact that, I get it. BLM, the organization, was caught up in some scams, and a lot of those funds that they raised maybe was allocated, maybe went to the mansions and the salaries that they shouldn't have been paid. Yeah, I get all that. I don't agree with that most certainly. And Tamika Mallory, what she did with BLM and the misappropriated funds, I get that. But what I'm saying is the Black Lives Matter movement as a whole came out of the whole Trayvon Martin murder in Florida, and the fact that this little boy could have been murdered by George Zimmerman, and there was no consequences. He wasn't held accountable for that. And so then right after that, you got Mike Brown and then Tamir Rice. And you have all these brothers that started to lose their lives. John Crawford in Walmart and, up into Ahmaud Arbery. So the reason for BLM was to not say that white lives didn't matter or any other race doesn't matter, but it's just that we have taken the brunt of the violence that society has perpetuated on us as black men, bro. And as a black man, I could give you countless war stories of what shit I've gone through with the LAPD.
Man, I went through it too.
Sheriff Department. With just being a black man, I can go there with you, bro. But I'm not gonna even go down that road. I'm just saying that where I disagree with Kanye is just the language and the imagery is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Because of what our people have gone through and continue to go through. And so that's why a lot of people might not agree with a lot of things Boosie says. But you can't shoot, sometimes you can't kill the messenger because you don't like the message. He might not say it in the most.
That's what they don't like the way he said it either, the way he talked or the way, fuck all that, all his history, whatever. No, but listen to what he's saying though. You know what I mean? Like,
listen to the message. So fuck the messenger. You might not like the messenger, but listen to what the message he's saying. He's making a lot of sense.
Exactly.
And just like Kanye, I'm not gonna take everything and discount Kanye. He certainly wouldn't be a billionaire by being no fucking dummy, bro.
Nah, not at all. But and I don't know if it's just purposely or not that he's confusing the phrase with the organization. And some people are saying, Black Lives Matter, taking all the money. No, let's separate that. Let's separate the organization or whatever. Let them deal with whatever they're gonna have to deal with. But we're just saying basically Black Lives Matter. And when that went down with George Floyd, and I looked on the news, I remember, man, I damn near caught a tear when I seen the whole world out in the streets. The whole world. They wasn't doing this because of this organization out here that made it. No, they were doing this for the phrase because they really feel like we need to remind the world that Black lives fucking matter. Black lives matter. And that's just the fact. That's just, come on. That's why I'm like, I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, is he doing this like a stunt, or is he, because he's throwing smoke and mirrors in the game. He's saying about the organization and this and that. But really, we know that that's just the way to get on a certain team, really. You know what I mean? Even when he did the MAGA stunt. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the MAGA stunt and the slavery wasn't real. Remember, I mean, Kanye has
he's got a pattern.
His foot out there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he got the whole uproar with Van Johnson on TMZ with the whole slavery wasn't real statement he made, and George Bush doesn't care about black people. He has just at times have come out and said some things that have just driven the zeitgeist. You know what I mean? That has driven the algorithm.
Yes.
It's on the internet
and pushed them to the money people. Push his brand to the people that's controlling the world, basically.
Yeah, the money brand, the money getters, the money ballers, the high rollers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, and Kanye is in a different air now, bro. He's breathing different air than than somebody on 102nd and Dinker in South Central LA.
That's a fact.
He doesn't relate to that.
He doesn't. Now look, I don't know. I got a question for you though, and I don't want to dig in or whatever. If you don't want to answer, it's all good. Now I still got my mother. Do you still have your mom with you?
Yeah, I still have my mom. As a matter of fact, bro, I'm blessed to have both of my parents, bro.
Me too. My dad just left my house.
I'm blessed, man, to have my mom and my dad.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, homie. But Gay, here's the thing. Before his mother died, like
I don't, but
you know where I'm going. You know where I'm getting to.
The most tragic thing I went through, man, is I lost my only brother at 22 years old.
Man.
So I have my mom, I have my dad, but my brother got killed, man.
Damn.
So that has been like the worst. So and I say that.
Sorry to hear that, homie.
I tie all that in. I appreciate that, brother. But so when Kanye says things like Black lives don't matter or white lives matter, I come from a personal place in that I've been personally affected to have lost a loved one to gun violence, man, and it's real. It's sad, but the odds are, the statistics are that if it hasn't happened to you, it's happened to someone that you know.
For sure.
To say that Black lives don't matter, man, that's a tragedy that has affected my life to this day. And so, my brother mattered just like everybody else mattered. That was black, 22 years old, young black man, bro. So, for Kanye to say something like that, man, and to put that imagery out there, you have to think about the people that you are affecting as a whole, And so, like I said, man, he's a billionaire. He don't breathe the same air that, people in South Central or Watts or Compton breathe.
Not at all.
He's looking at a totally different scenario of facts in his life.
And it's so messed up.
In Paris, dealing with billionaires and fashion houses.
Yep.
But I just think, man, he's starting to lose touch with.
Come on, hood. You know he is. Because let's go all the way back to with the Sway interview, the infamous Sway interview. Let's go back to that.
Yeah.
Now, do you think he'll be telling Elon Musk, you don't have the answers, Elon? You think he'll be telling whoever the fuck billionaires he be hanging around with? You don't know. He was sitting there telling Sway about the family, the rich family and the rich motherfuckers, whatever. He's telling Sway about it. What Sway is telling him as a brother that really love him, you know what I mean? Telling them some real shit. Like he's telling them like you lit enough to do it, to do it. If he really would have did it, he probably wouldn't have been as big as he is. But come on, Adidas, come on, Nike, whatever the fuck he was with, he could have been exclusively Yeezy and been crazy.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like he wouldn't have talked to them people like that.
Told them to fuck you, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. He would have.
Some of these big conglomerates, these big multi-billion-dollar conglomerates, Gap, and go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. And you brought luxury to them. He brought they brand up to luxury status single-handedly, and it's crazy.
Right, he brought them up.
He brought them up. Single-handedly brought their brand up to fucking luxury status. That's crazy as hell.
Nobody fucking with Reebok.
Hell no.
Fucking with Reebok since Allen Iverson. Was nobody fucking with Reebok since AI.
Yep.
And so for him to reinvent the brand and bring it up, come on.
That's insane. That's unheard of. It's insane. It's just crazy. So I don't know if what he's doing is strategic or whatever, but it's detrimental to. So it's basically on your soul. I just said it earlier. So your soul level, which is not, whatever. I don't know, because when you die, people gonna talk about your accolades and shit. So but I just can't do it. I can't be that type of dude. Me, nah. Feel me? Not at all. I'll never wear no shirt like that, because how could you to go against the phrase Black Lives Matter by wearing another shirt that say White Lives Matter? That's going directly against the phrase Black Lives Matter for no reason.
I can't support that, bro.
Can't support that, homie, because you and it's fucked up that organization put so much dirt on it. It's real fucked up.
I know.
That's real fucked up.
That's the only thing that gets me is that they gave them the ammunition to use and discredit the whole movement by that dumb, underhanded bullshit that the few bad apples.
Greedy ass, bro.
Sure, yeah. A few bad apples can ruin the whole fucking bunch, bro.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, yeah, he definitely on the wrong side of the tracks with that one. That's just sorry to say it, because it's going against humanity, really. It's going against not black people, just humanity, homie. It's like, come on, man.
What's it's going against our people, brother? Mm-hmm. Kanye, and then when you talk about even Puffy, Diddy trying to, he released the Texas, and he said, "I'm coming to you as a black man. Fuck the money, fuck the fame, all that shit we both got. I'm coming to you as a black man." And then for Kanye to come back and be like, "You said."
Ye don't want that because Diddy hit Drake on the head with the bottle allegedly. So Ye already know Diddy a gangster though. He said, I read the shit. He said, if anything happened to me, I'm important. He basically said, I'm telling on you if something happened to me. And he touched Diddy put hands on the motherfucker.
Don't get Diddy fucked up in the dances with Diddy ain't from years ago, bro. Do not get Diddy fucked up in the game.
Diddy a different dude. Trust and believe. And he got squabbles for sure. I seen him fight. He could fight.
Now put it like this: for Diddy to come out here in the '90s to have to navigate between, and at that time, the height of the Crips and Bloods, people were still red and blue ragging at that time. So, for him to come out here and to get on with Southside, and to be able to navigate through that, with the Crips and so Diddy ain't no
punk, man.
Do not get Diddy fucked up in the game.
And I think Ye knows something that we don't know. That's why Ye
and the thing about it is, in the industry, they all got something on each other. They really do.
Yeah, they do.
They didn't all get to that position without a little dirt being on they, in Hollywood. What they say is, you didn't get to that position without a little dirt being on your skirt.
Yep, that's a fact. And you know that. But then, like this headline right here, Ye tweeted, Drake, fuck your baby mama's mama. Now, like I said about his strategic ways of doing things, Drake is the biggest fucking artist of all times. Now, Ye always associating himself with, these big situations, basically. Now, that when you think about it, now I'm just starting to think deeper. You feel me? Like this black and white, to associate as an artist, to associate yourself and be in the middle of just black and white. Basically, it's like it's just. And now with Drake, is the only guy now with Diddy, who's a fucking tight. Like it's crazy. Jay-Z, Drake, Ye don't want no. If he making money off music, it ain't gonna be regular money because you see what type of what he playing with. So now with his brain, he feeling like I don't know, man. I just feel like it's not real when you're doing shit for certain reasons, and I do feel like he's doing things for reasons. You feel me?
Yeah, and I mean, and everything is strategic. Look at what he did yesterday by going on Fox TV talking to Tucker Carlson, knowing that just the mere fact that, number one, he's going on Fox and talking to Tucker Carlson, who is a polarizing figure in his own right. And, you know, he knew it was strategic, bro.
Yes.
Everything Kanye does, man, he's up there with, like I said, he's breathing this different air. And so for him to go on Fox and for him to talk to Tucker Carlson and then for him to sing the praises of Donald Trump on TV, knowing that millions and millions of people are going to watch that. And so he essentially, and then for him to say, to be unfettered and uncensored, when he talked about Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. I mean, did you watch the whole interview?
No, I didn't. I got to check it out.
Oh, bro, you got to check it out. He was unfiltered. He got where you could tell in that interview that he made a lot of people uncomfortable.
He does that every time. The Drink Champ shit was phenomenal. That was probably one of the best Drink Champs. So wait, did he do anything like crazy? Like, what did he do? What's the biggest thing that he said?
Basically, yeah, because he not only shitted on his ex-wife, but he exposed, in his mind, the whole conspiracy behind, because he basically threw his wife under the bus by exposing how close, in his mind, she was with the Clintons, with Bill and Hillary Clinton. And he alluded to them sending someone. And you know he was talking about Van Jones.
Yo,
Oh man, you gotta watch it. He was sending subliminals, but mostly he was calling our names though. He was calling our names. He might have sent a couple of subliminals like Van Jones. You know, he didn't call Van Jones by name, but you knew he was talking about Van Jones.
Oh my God!
You know, when Van Jones and Kim Kardashian started hanging out trying to get this prison reform.
Oh yeah, and he know Van. You know, well I don't know. I ain't.
You got to watch it. You will see then, and you will know exactly what he was talking about, Van Jones. But my point is, he talked about how Jared Kushner's brother owns 10% of Kim Kardashian's Skims company, a company that he says he really shadow created for Kim Kardashian and made billions. The Skims brand is $1 billion brand.
Wow.
So he says, why do I only own 5% and Jared Kushner's brother owns 10%? I mean, yeah, so he broke down a lot of shit in that interview and called out names when it comes to the Kushners, because they're Jews, and he talked about how Israel, and it was deep, bro. I thought you had watched the interview. That's why
I didn't. I'm tripping. I should have. I seen just a clip on YouTube, just a little clip.
Yeah.
But man, you gotta
watch the whole interview.
You gotta admit that motherfucker is entertaining like crazy. And,
let me ask you this not to swerve off the topic for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't trying to monopolize your whole show.
Nah, this your show, nigga. This is a new thing. This is your
your show.
I'm just. Somebody said you need to just go live and talk. I'm like, all right, fuck it. But go ahead.
I think it was a sucker move for Draymond Green to punch Jordan. I mean,
oh man, yeah, I know that's the hottest thing, you know. And I got people in the panel want to talk about it. Everybody, yeah, that's man. See, I wish I was a sports dude, but I want you to go ahead and really get into it. I seen the actual what went down. He did too much, man. But I don't know the behinds, the because maybe he was pushed to that level to where he was like, fuck it. But he just fucked this, you know. He hurt his bag a little bit for a minute, but that was
he
bad.
Hurt his bag. I mean, on now. He stopped his own bag. You talking about stopping bags? He stopped his own bag.
He stopped his bag.
Any other time, that would have been handled privately. None of that footage would have got out.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody didn't peep Draymond Green's bad behavior before and was like, look, we get ready to expose this nigga because none of the players had their phones out there doing it. So you know it had to be somebody either on the coaching staff or somebody there that had an axe to grind with Draymond to release this footage to TMZ. You know, ain't no player, they don't need the money for it to go to TMZ. So who else that had that kind of access to that practice facility up close and that personal could take that footage and really really have the axe to grind.
I seen the punch. What the fuck? Like, what's the damages? Is he?
He was knocked out, and the thing about it is Draymond disrespected him, man. You don't look, boy, and he tried to sun him.
Oh,
getting all up in this man's face like that. If you look at the video close up, the only thing Jordan did was protect himself, would defend himself. Like, bro, you up in my face, and he pushed him off of it. And then that's when Draymond Green
did the bullshit.
A lot of people saying there ain't a sucker punch, but I think it's a sucker punch.
But he shouldn't have pushed if he wasn't ready to strike right after, because any type of physical contact, when it gets that heated, it's going down. You feel me? So it's like maybe he should have stepped back and then said, you know, you don't push unless you're ready for physical, for the, you know, that's just how it is. Don't touch.
That's true, Buzz. That's true.
You feel me?
But I mean, he didn't expect him to take off on him like that, though. I mean,
I know he didn't expect that, but Drake, your boy was a sacrifice, because it's like men need to know, don't touch the motherfucker unless you're ready to go upstairs and be ready to get it upstairs. You feel me? Like, don't push me, none of that. Don't touch me. Back away if you feel like I'm invading your space. Don't touch me unless you're ready to really get it in, period. That's all. And I don't like the way he handled it, because I don't promote the bullshit. My son is involved in sports right now. I don't want him on. He was telling me, we got him with that. I'm like, oh, man. Nah. But when you're dealing with sports, I know it gets physical, basically. But in a heated situation, that ain't sports. If somebody yelling and they're arguing, that's not sports. That's, that's a confrontation. And if you push me, if you touch me like that, just be ready for whatever comes after that. That's all. I'm not pushing no fucking.
How old is your son, Bush?
Feel me?
How old is your son?
Oh, my son 11. You feel me? He a big boy too. He ain't no little dude. He playing football. You know.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, because in my generation, you never heard about this, bro. But here lately, in this new generation of, like you said, your son is playing sports now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a couple of cases, man, where the parents have gotten involved. A couple of coaches have been gunned down on the field.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My son had to tell me no. Yeah, I'm like, because I ain't like how them coaches. Them coaches get intense. And he got like 5 or 6 of them, and they all big, fat, overweight. I'm sorry, I'm about to get in trouble all this thing, but you know what I mean? And they don't watch this shit, but it's like, and they run around talking crazy, getting loud, getting aggressive, getting emotional. They come in playing music that I don't approve of, even though I listen to it myself. But these are kids and shit. Me, I'm a fucking. I try to, when you came up a certain way, you on some other shit with your kid. That's just how it is. You feel me? Now I was his age, man. Jesus. At 11, I was already involved in all kind of shit. You feel me? But he's 11 and he's doing good. He go to a good school. He's just telling me the math or whatever. I'm like, we'll work on that. But he's doing good. He was the equity speaker for his school last, when he graduated. He did a crazy speech. If I posted, I sit there and cry looking at it. He killed it. You feel me? But and like all that extra shit.
You don't remember being in your son's life, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Teaching him what it is to be a young black man and raising him, to be a good citizen out here, brother.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate and salute you for that, man. We need more brothers like you that are involved in this.
You have to. I got 9 bros. You said you lost your only one. I felt so bad for you because I got so many, and they all still alive. My Macy in prison, you know. I one out of every three we went to prison. Me and Macy, you feel me? But like we didn't lose nobody yet, and it's so fucked up when I heard that. You feel me? It's like, but we lost a lot of people, friends,
that,
and all that.
Yeah, it was something that was came out the blue, and it basically definitely affected my life, bro. Once you've gone through something like that, man, it's something that you never get over. So that's how, to tie it back to BLM, you know, when you see them, like, they got this collage up now where they, you know, posting that in response to Kanye. They're saying, this is why BLM, this is why Black Lives Matter. And they got all these photos up of, you know, Ahmaud Arbery and, you know, Philando Castile and John Crawford and Tamir Rice, just all of them all on this poster. And so, it being a family and losing somebody, you understand what that is. Your people is just not a picture, bro. They're just not a hashtag, or they just not a, you know, they existed. They was here. They life mattered. You know what I mean? And it's up to us that are still here to lift them up and to keep their name. Because if we say their name and keep their name alive, then they never die. And so when you talk about, you know, somebody that possibly haven't been through a tragedy like that, bro, versus someone that has, you know, we come from a totally different perspective and a totally different way of viewing things when it comes to Black life, because we know how precious it is, man.
Drastically
you don't
different.
ever want to see your mother go through anything like that, or losing a child. That's something that you never want to see, especially as the oldest sibling. You never want to see anything like that. So, yeah, man, it's just a tragedy for anybody. You know, I empathize with anybody that has lost anyone, because I know what it's like, bro. It's not a good feeling, and it affects you mentally, emotionally for the rest of your life. You know, you are in it's something that you have to deal with, you know, for the rest of your life. And so, for Kanye to come out and say white lives matter, we gotta talk about these Black lives that matter first, bro. Because white lives, they got privilege. They're
not dying like us right now.
Wealth. They got suburbs that they grow up in. They get home loans faster than we do, car loans. So they get shit. It's a golden road for them.
And it's so sad. You could dig all the research and give the reasons, but it's so sad that it's so simple if they look at the statistics of the murder by gun violence and all that, and they'll just see right there, you know what I mean? You know, the murder by the police, and that we ain't even got to get into all the other fucked up shit that we've been systematically, all that shit from. Let's just get into who's dying and getting killed, all, you know, and why, you know, let's just talk about that. That's what we really talking about. So to go against the phrase Black Lives Matter for no reason, like, come on, man, it's like it really, you know. And I like I said, I fuck with Kanye. I know he's brilliant. I know he's a genius. I know all that, and I'm proud of him. It's like proud as fuck of him. But like that right there, and the broad Candace Owens, what is she again? I don't even know. Like, I ain't one of them dudes. Like,
which one, Bush?
Candace Owens.
Yeah, Candace Owens is a Black conservative who essentially uses her platform to highlight what is going wrong in the Black community, and to use that against us, to gaslight people into thinking that because of systematic white supremacy and racism, that Black people have not been held down, which we can show you statistics of why white supremacy has held us down. But she goes against the culture and the community, and she's a talking head for Fox News, and she says everything that they want her to say to tear her own people down. And so Kanye used her to wear this, to promote this dangerous message of white lives matter, because he controversy because it was Candace Owens.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's the self-proclaimed, she's been canceled by the black community, and she uses it as an advantage. You know, she loves the fact that she's been quote unquote canceled.
It made her bigger.
Community.
It made her bigger with the other people.
Yeah.
So this is what we're talking about.
Side note, bro. You know, we could talk about so many things, man, but what I want to tell you, what really got me fucking with you, man, was this whole mob shit, bro.
Word?
Shit just fascinating.
Okay, so now that you said that, I gotta keep it going now. Just because you said that, I'm gonna keep it going. And dude is a real one. He's one of my best friends. I met him 9 years ago. You know, I work in the movie business, and I key gripped at one of his movie and shit like that.
Yeah.
But you just hyped me up. But hold up, because I need you to respond to Honesty's Minds. Shout out to you. I never seen you on this platform, so shout out to you for supporting. He's saying BLM is driven by media and keeping peeps segregated. That's what Honesty Minds is saying about Kanye West. But honest, I'm gonna let you go.
I can see the comment. He's saying what?
He said, okay, quote, he's saying BLM is driven by media and keeping peeps segregated.
Okay. Once again, let me reiterate what we said earlier. You have to separate the organization from the movement.
Thank you.
Okay? The organization is one thing. Tamika Mallory is one thing. And she's somebody completely different from the movement, which started around Trayvon Martin getting murdered in Florida. And then shortly after, Michael Brown. Then after that, Philando Castile, John Crawford. So the Black BLM movement sprung about because young brothers were dying, and sisters, Sandra Bland as well, young brothers and sisters were dying, and no one gave a fuck about it. So BLM sprang up specifically after Mike Brown and the riots in Ferguson. And so all of that started, BLM started 2013, 2014 as a direct result of brothers being murdered in the street. It had nothing to do with the organization and what they were accused of misappropriating funds. Yeah. Don't conflate the two.
Yeah.
Do not, because it's two totally different situations.
Definitely.
So that's the point I wanted to make. Yeah, BLM, the organization, I'm not excusing anything that they did with or misappropriation of the funds. I'm not with that. But the movement is totally separate from the organization.
Exactly. Honesty's Mind. He said, "Guy is brilliant." Yeah, we agreed. We said that also. But and I hear what you're saying, you know. But like we said, we're not talking about the organization. We're talking about we're just saying Black Lives Matter, and we thought that was an important message that needed to be heard. And when you look at the streets, it was majority white people, so it was a human thing, really. It wasn't a black thing. If you look, it was in France, it was in Russia, it was in crazy everywhere. People hit the streets, and they didn't like how the police was killing us out here, period. That's just what it was. So, you know, we could get into all the other shit, but
I never thought in my lifetime that I would see, after George Floyd got killed, the movement not only across the country but the world to come out and represent for George Floyd. So just like you, man, I had an apple in my throat that I mean, I was brought to, man, and I'm not no emotional person, but man, I had an apple in my throat.
It was
man.
crazy.
I couldn't even tell you.
Swear, I ain't gonna lie. I remember the feeling. I'm gonna keep it real on this channel. I ain't gonna never cap or nothing. I remember that shit and watching it. I was like, wow. Because, you know, our self-esteem shot the world. We feel like, you know, we've been beat up all our lives. You feel me? One day, let me give y'all a quick story. Like, I got out of prison. I forgot what year it was. My two brothers, I lived in Cali. If it wasn't for my son, I would be in Cali. I would still be fucked up. I'm out here because of my son. And my son changed my life. I got a good job, started doing my thing. But other than that, one day, we in Cali, my bros came to visit when I got out. And it was also my little bro birthday, too. So we say, okay, we barbecuing at the crib. That's what we do in Cali, you feel me? San Diego shit.
Yeah.
And we like, let's go get some weed.
Where was you at? Was you in Dago?
Dago, that's where I'm from. Dago, that's where I'm, like, let's go get some weed. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Have you seen my little brother podcast on his channel? He from West Coast or whatever else, and he locked up right now. But he a real one, and that's my little bro. But I'm
gonna focus your brother for sure.
Yeah, but we went to get some weed. My little bro, whose birthday was there, he had his wife in town and everything. He didn't go with us. He stayed at the spot. So we hopped in the car. I'm on parole and paperwork, all that. I'm like, okay, no problem. I ain't no gang member, nothing. I'm like, we could do this. But I got my brother with me, my other brother who from New York, my older brother. He was in the car, and my other little brother in the back had his hat on with dreads or whatever else. We just rolled to get some weed, get an ounce of weed and shit. So guess who decided to hold it on him? My dumb ass. Okay, no problem. So we headed back. We get blurred. I can't tell the whole story. I'm not a good storyteller. I'll go fuck. We get blurred. Police, pull us out. Broad, it's a female, mind you, and she ain't supposed to be checking me like that. But she was all and went and found the ounce on me. Guess what? My brother out there on vacation from New York. He spazzed on the police a little bit. Oh, what the fuck? He didn't understand that, we was in a little, they police are different. Dago is safe right now because the police be on your ass. They'll fuck with you, badly. But, the gang shit's still going. So he didn't understand it. So he was tripping. Long story short, they locked me and him up because we was pushing my mom's car. And my mom had a little thing in the car, a little weapon, they called it. And they charged him for it because they was mad at him for tripping. That's the games they play. You feel me? Gave him a fucking. He still got lawyers sending him letters about that to sue these motherfuckers, basically. But guess what? He was we were locked up in Dago. Where were we at? In George Bailey for a week together in the same. No, we were South Bay. We was in South Bay. I was in George Bailey another occasion, but in the same cell, homie, for a week. And then they realized it on a loudspeaker. I'm like, I ain't even supposed to be here because I'm supposed to be in high power because I already been to prison. And we playing dominoes. We just running everything, just having fun, going to the gym. Nobody want to go to the gym or nothing. They asking me about prison. I'm scaring them like, yeah, it's fucking with him and shit, little nigga, But they found out I ain't even supposed to be there. But me and my bro, we was in the same cell for a week, homie. He was out there on vacation. He was supposed to have been left. That's how ill, and crazy, like the abuse of just, we out there having a good time. The police, they look like gang members. They just knew we was something. You feel me? They just knew. And they, the bullshit. Lawyers still write him to sue for that shit. He was locked up for some bullshit, basically. He's a square, he was not, you know what I mean? And he would end up doing a whole week in a cell with me. Then they moved me to high power. And then let him out the next day on the OR and shit. But like he did a week on, he's supposed to have been going. That shit was crazy, man. But that's just an example. I've been like fucked with by the police a lot, though, man, a lot.
Yeah, when I was locked up, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. When I was locked up, you know how many cats I ran into that wasn't really supposed to be there.
Yeah.
As far
Come on, let's be real.
Innocent black men. Real with you.
That reminds me of some shit.
Everybody ain't innocent, but it's a lot of brothers that get framed, get locked up for shit that they didn't do, man. And when I first locked up, I went to jail in Orange County. Mm-hmm. And them motherfuckers are so racist and prejudiced at Theo Lacey, Santa Ana, until I couldn't wait. My case was in LA, so I was waiting to be get on the Grey Goose, and they transferred me to the Twin Towers in downtown LA. But from the time I was waiting to get transferred from Theo Lacey in Orange County to downtown LA to Twin Towers, them motherfucking deputies in Orange County is so racist, man. They recruit them from Mississippi and Alabama, and it's known. And they say nigger, they say everything down there in it's more Mexicans than anything. So you're dealing with the politics of Mexican gangs, and we don't got the numbers no more.
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially in the jails, the Mexicans, they got all the numbers, and so it's different levels.
It's definitely.
From when you're going in, I done seen some shit especially in the Twin Towers that I never thought I would see.
I heard about the notorious Twin Towers. Even when I was locked up, I heard about Twin Towers.
Yeah, but I seen a motherfucker in the sheriff's, and I ain't even bullshitting you, bro. This is real talk. This motherfucker was in there. They had brought this motherfucker in there, and he was like being disruptive, and they had him in the handcuffs, and he was like, he was calling them all kind of asshole. He was just cussing their ass out, and they still had the cuffs on him.
Beat the brakes on him.
Do you know they broke this man's arms, man? They lifted his arm way up from the back, and broke this man's arm and didn't give a fuck.
Listen to my little bro podcast. He locked up. He been locked up in the same prison they had Suge Knight and Donovan. That's in San Diego.
Yeah,
he went to war. He got extra charges for beating up police. They told him, oh, it'll be a cool. We won't tell. Come on. They said basically it'll be a fair one, but then they charged him after he whooped everybody's ass. And they beat. They've been whooping on him though for a minute too. But they moved him to Corcoran. He in the shoe now because he got caught up with a knife and shit with a banger.
Oh wait a minute! They moved him to Corcoran.
Yeah, they moved him to Corcoran.
Yeah, they moved him to old Gladiator School. Do you know how much shit
I need
him to get Corcoran? My nigga, come on, he at Corcoran. Gladiator
Corcoran.
School?
I heard about Corcoran too when I was up in James, because I was in Jamestown. I was up north. I was just a drug dealer.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel me? So they sent me there, and I did fire camp for the last 8 months or some shit like that. But it was a trip because we was in Donovan together, and one day I went to the yard, and he hopped up on the gate and on the wall or whatever the fuck it was, and I see them. They shot me some shit or whatever. But it's crazy. I'm like, damn, my little bro. I used to have to watch him like I was dad and shit. When his dad was doing fucking 20 something years or whatever else. You feel me? They ended up being in the same cell. He talked about that too on one of the podcasts and shit. It's a trip.
And then that's what I would do too, though. Is I would try to educate the young niggas that I've seen coming through there, man, because it would be so many young cats, and I would just try to tell them cats, the do's and the don'ts, niggas. Don't be doing no 2-for-1, going to no nigga stores, buying something you can't afford. Don't do no 2-for-1, homie.
Nah.
Don't take no a nigga want to give you anything, no desserts, no extra cookies. Don't take no shit from no nigga up in there, homie.
No.
I would educate niggas on when motherfuckers, I seen motherfuckers getting rocked, what we call getting rocked or rocked to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
They getting rocked to sleep and not even knowing they're getting rocked to sleep, homie.
Yep.
Motherfuckers coming to their house, you dig, coming with treats and gifts and shit, and they
I forgot how much. Hey, I don't know if I asked you how much. My bad if you don't mind me asking you how much time you do.
No, I did 2 years straight.
Okay, was it violent crime or drug shit?
It was drug shit. Back then, nigga was doing pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds. I don't even lie, my nigga.
Damn.
We was doing the boxing ship game before the boxing ship game was even the boxing ship game. You did. That's your limitations. I can talk about it now. That's your limitations is gone.
Spreading that good Cali across the world.
Yeah, we was doing the boxing ship game.
Okay,
and then I had a homie, man, that had mastered the game. Resting in peace, my nigga. My nigga, resting in peace. I ain't gonna call no name.
Yeah, I hear you.
He had a bitch that was working at LAX and working at the old Northwest Airlines. And my nigga was walking them through the security, nigga. She was letting them fly through the security screen. And you feel me?
Mm.
And yeah, he was getting right on the plane with them bitches. You did. And all I ever fucked with was the green. The white gang was too hot. That was hot as fish grease. So I never fucked
my dumb ass was messing with the white. And everybody that was messing with me got killed, locked up. But I wasn't even on no big shit either. I was on some corner boy shit still. But
yeah, I did 2 years though, and you know, I never shit. I went anytime I went in, I went in with my own money. I ain't did nobody have to put shit on my books. I put shit on my own books. I depend on me,
Okay, that's what's up. I found out how to get money in there though, because they do. I ain't gonna even give up the game, but I found out how to get some money up in there, you know.
Yeah.
But my boy, rest in peace, Jonathan Gonzalez, and this was my little bro, Macy's best friend. He got killed by Macy's other homie that got out of prison and killed him. Yeah, I know. But he the only one that put money on my books too. Oh. And he was the guy that was my supplier.
Rest in peace, man. When you said fire camp, my homie had did fire camp in Lancaster.
Okay.
And
I did acting.
Yeah, he did fire camp. And do you know, man? Man, you're talking about this shit, but this nigga wasn't home. He wasn't home 2 months, man, before he passed away. And he passed away from some type of lung disease, man.
Damn.
And folks say to this day is because of that fire camp.
Man, let me tell you, homie.
They say it's
you know how real that shit get out there, homie? It look like you in hell. Now I'm gonna tell you something else. I got asthma, and you can't have asthma to get in. But I lied to them. I told because I got light asthma. Like when you get older and you smoke so much weed, that shit go away. But I lied to get in that PFT, the physical training to get up in there was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life. Swear to God. But I got up in there. I was happy as fuck. But when that first fire popped off, I was in acting. They call it cracking acting. There was a lot of things going on, a lot of fights, a lot of shit, gang shit, all that. But when that big ass fire jumped off,
cracking acting.
Yeah, you know about it.
14, right off the 14 freeway.
Yes, sir.
You already know what it is.
And niggas was dropping off a lot of shit. Let me stop. I'm talking too much. But when that shit, when we was in the mountains, homie, I was so I was scared to death. Flames everywhere. My man, overweight. I ain't gonna say no name. None. He passed away, homie, on the mountain.
Damn.
Yeah. Because he whatever. But yeah. So the like it's crazy out there. You got this shit on, but you could panic and be sweating and going crazy up there. A horse. We drove in. I swear this was dead on my son. We driving across a bridge. You look back, you in this crazy jail, police, fire van or whatever. You look in the window, I seen a tree fall on fire. Boom, on the bridge. We keep going, man. Niggas seen it. They all talk. I could yell the names of the niggas that was on there because they all from somewhere. But, and they all seen it. So we get to the spot. A horse, swear to God, a white horse on fire. Flames. And the lady, save my horse. Swear to God, white lady. White horse. Die right there. They smell like steak, nigga. The white horse on fire. Boom. We like, oh shit. You go up there, get the fuck, shit was crazy, nigga. And then at one point on the mountain, I felt like, oh shit, the asthma. I was tripping because homie just died or whatever else.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so I finessed my way in the kitchen. I was the youngest dude working in the kitchen. There's only OGs working in the kitchen, but I was the youngest motherfucker working in the kitchen. But that fire shit get real. It's crazy out there.
Yeah, you had that. Yeah, that's.
You ain't got no water. You got McLeod and Pulaski, homie. That's it.
Yeah, and shit, you work in the kitchen. You do your time. Don't catch no tickets, and you bouncing up out that bitch and going
bouncing out.
Yeah, the real world.
OG nigga, gang banging nigga. I ain't gonna say where you from. Called my girl I was messing with at the time, stripper broad. And she looked out for me. She sent mad pictures. I was selling them on the yard. I was a grimy ass young man. I didn't care about the girl really. She's still out there. I still know her. She a bad stripper or whatever. But he called her. And if I was from somewhere, if I was whatever, one of them type of, it would have been a real issue. But I did because I'm a nigga, so I still approached. I still said some shit. But I just basically was like, kind of like, just saying, nigga, you like you da 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 da. It ain't get crazy, but I was protected by a certain, because my brother and shit, and niggas knew about whatever. But it still could have went down. But that's the closest shit that ever in the fire camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I seen a lot of fades.
So I was, a matter of fact, I was a barber at the homie's funeral. And,
man.
We laid him down in Hollywood Forever Cemetery. But he was in fire camp, and from a month of him coming home, man, he got some kind of lung infection, passed away, man. He did all that time, went to fire camp, and
that's
then
fucked up. There's a lawsuit there for sure. The family has some money because them the things they be using, they don't be doing the shit right. They probably, I don't know, but I guarantee you, homie, the motherfuckers, man, that shit is crazy. And fires, you know how to get out there.
Let me say this though, boy. Like I was saying, I'm sitting there smoking one now because you got me in my zone. I fuck with you, homie, because like I said, I'm fascinated with that mob shit, and I done been to Vegas to the mob museum.
Okay, I love Vegas, by the way, and you know I'm from Dago too, and Brooklyn. But when we, you know what we do in Cali, when we all, you know, have some fun, we slide to Vegas most of the time.
Yeah, to Vegas, and they got that mob museum right downtown, and you got Bonnie and Clyde's car there that's arched with the bullet holes and shit still shot up.
But nigga, I'm fascinated by it too. So imagine me, I'm working next door to the Castellano White House. I'm looking at it. It's all black windows. You can't see nothing through it or whatever. Because, you know, Castellano owned it, but it's still famous and they didn't really change too much about it. And then I'm working, doing this hard-ass job. Jimmy ain't no fucking joke out there in the field. So we build a...
That's what got me fascinated with that shit. As a kid, I remember seeing Uncle Paulie Castellano laid out at the Spark Steakhouse in New York.
Yep.
And to me that was gangster shit. Like these motherfuckers rolled up on Uncle Paulie.
Murked them out. Real New York mob shit.
How the New York gangland, man, that shit always fascinated me. Like
that was like shit.
On the West Coast, we don't really, we got like Bugsy Siegel. We really didn't have like the New York mob affiliation. Our mobsters was like, you know, from the Vegas era, you know, Bugsy Siegels, and, you know, but on the East Coast where the, you know, the Castellanos and the Gottis and the, you know,
these dudes were vicious.
The Moralanskis and all of them.
Maya Lansky,
and, you know, and then what tripped me out was the names they had. Tony Two Times. Uncle.
Nigga, trust me, nigga, I used to be fascinated by that shit too.
Man, would trip me out.
They, my nigga, this another supporter of East 87. This is my boy too. He said they all was scared of John at the time. That's why it went down like that. Well, yeah, John, man, that you gotta talk. We talk about a gangster. Come on, this motherfucker, man, Jesus Christ, yo, and even and when he was locked up with damn, I forgot who, some black dude, and the dude was saying about how like he's cool as fuck. He ain't a racist dude. He just played by the rules. You feel me? And that motherfucker a real one. To go down like that, sorry, that's how it is. You a gangster, you get in trouble, take a deep breath and take it like a man, homie. I swear to God.
And then to live through that Gotti era though, because you know I lived through that era.
Yeah, you seen the news shit stories and all that. Yep,
on the news, those news stories. So I remember when old boy had accidentally ran over Gotti's son, and he got.
That's what you want to happen. When you like, oh, that's what you want to hear happen when you fucking with the. Sorry, that it was crazy. That's what set the you know, the mob whole image right there.
Disappeared and was never seen or heard from again. That's some gangster shit.
I work with the Teamsters and all that Jimmy Hoffa shit. That's what Jimmy want to talk about next because he knows some shit and he know I think he met Jimmy Hoffa or something, but like these dudes are different, homie.
In Detroit and the Detroit Teamsters and how gangster they was in Detroit at Jimmy Hoffa, who they still haven't found to this day.
They still haven't found to this day. And
this day. And what kills me about Jimmy Hoffa is every few years you will hear about a story about them digging, looking for where they get a tip, where he was supposed to have been at the Pontiac Silverdome.
Nah, East 87. I think you're wrong though. My bad, James. He's supposed to be at the Silverdome or something. What you said?
Yeah, but you hear all these stories about where they find. Then he was supposed to have been in New Jersey, and I mean, you just every few years, Jimmy Hoffa was so gangster that his story still lives to this day, where they still talking about where the fuck is Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, the movie Irishman, I fuck with it. I definitely watched it, but it was long as fuck. But if you ain't into that shit, then you ain't fucking with it. I'm fascinated by that. All that mob history. That's why I love Vegas too, though. They built Vegas when you think about that. And we talk about Jimmy Hoffa, he controlled the Teamsters Union and they pension, which built Vegas. So that all comes together. It's crazy as hell. You feel me? How all that money, and right now to this day, the Teamsters, I work with the Teamsters. They got fucking, their kids go to college, they got the best union still. That's what I'm trying to say, basically, off of Jimmy Hoffa. And nobody know what this motherfucker is. That's crazy. And Michael Franzine, sorry, James. Michael Franzine said the Irishman was capped. Yeah, we know movies, for the most part, it's capped. Just like when people were saying, oh, that didn't really happen with Pac or Biggie, of course, because you got the parents, you got people, certain factions that not going to let certain shit get out because it affect them in their lives. So when you look at a movie, you always got to remember that. You feel me? Always got to remember that.
Yeah. And then when you talk about the Gambino crime family and the Genovese, those are real families, and they ran their business.
And their kids are still alive right now in the streets, and all these people, all that.
Yeah, their money is still rolling. They set their families up for generational wealth, and you can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad at all.
Same thing. The government is a Ponzi scheme. We pay taxes all our lives in hopes of getting Social Security, and as a black man, we're not even guaranteed to make it 55 or 65 to collect no damn Social Security.
Nope.
So we pay into this Ponzi scheme all our lives, and we ain't getting shit from it. Now, a few is able to take advantage of it, but a very rare few. So yeah, the mob, how they set their business up was a business model to where their families had generational wealth.
Mm-hmm. The homie said Mo Green built. I think he's talking about Vegas. Yeah, Mo Green. He's the Jewish guy, right? The foul dude. Not foul, but he the dude that. Didn't they kill him?
Yeah, but Bugsy Siegel built Vegas, though.
Bugsy Siegel, it was his vision for the Flamingo, and he built it to bring luxury to the gambling scene. That's what Vegas is. Not luxury, but not because I can't say luxury. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying the excitement to Vegas of gambling, the whole theme of it, not just coming to a shitty ass bar and gambling on a little slot machine and shit like that. He brought the resort, that shit. You feel me? And then they follow suit. Everybody follows suit.
Yeah, he bought the resort to modern entertainment, where the big name entertainers would come in when you had the Sand and the Tropicana and the Imperial Palace and the Dunes, those big, the Frontier, all those big name hotels that are no longer here. But they built, what we knew as the entertainment capital of the world, which is Vegas.
It's insane.
You came there to gamble, and and I've been to Reno, but Reno don't compare to Vegas.
Not at all.
Reno,
not even to a little bit. I've been to Reno too.
No, it don't even excite me. Reno don't even excite me when you in Reno.
But Reno give me a bad taste because one day, my boy Paul came back from the army. He had some bread. Threw me a couple thousand. We went to gamble and we went to Reno or somewhere, and I fucking lost it all. And we went to have lunch because he gave me like a couple thousand. Went to have lunch and they looked at me. I didn't even have money to buy the fucking lunch, and they had to buy. So I'm like, fuck them. Right? They ain't giving up no money. What my boy say? He said,
but we ain't even spoke on this, but they go. at one time was my state, man. I was down in Dago so much, man, because I was going to Verona.
Oh, shit.
Verona Valley Casino.
Verona.
I was going to Verona. I was going to Valley View.
I've been through Verona for sure. Did you go up to?
Yeah, Verona.
Oh, never mind. Because those are down the south. Usually we go up north a little bit to Temecula and shit and hit up
yeah.
What do we call it?
Pachanga.
Pachanga, yeah, Pachanga.
Yeah, Pachanga and off the 15. Yeah, I fuck with Pachanga and Harris and Pala.
Yeah. We've been through all those, me and the homies.
Yeah,
sure.
all of them. Valley View, the only one, and I'm gonna say someplace else I used to really fuck with was Morongo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Morongo. One spot I don't really.
That's like a Hemet or something.
Really like it.
Where's Morongo?
Morongo. Yeah, Morongo is in Cabazon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like San Manuel. I done been to San Manuel a few times, but I don't really fuck with San Manuel.
I don't think I've been there.
I'm gonna be straight up with you, Bush. I don't like San Manuel.
One day because I used to deliver furniture and shit through Cali.
Yeah.
In the truck and all that. But one day we up north by Temecula area, whatever. So we stop at the Pachanga. Go in there, I gamble off about a couple hundred, and then we leave. The helper, his name, I ain't gonna say his name. He had a little money. I ain't have no more cash and no more money. Because if I did, I would have got in some trouble. So I was like, "Come on, give me $40 more, man. Just give me 40 on the way out." That's how fucked up I was. So he gave me, you feel me, and I hit the dollar machine on the way out. Blazing 7. It was done. Last fucking dollar, damn near. Bing, bing, bing. Nigga hit for like 7. I'm like, oh shit.
Damn.
I know, it was crazy.
Look,
like 7.
And true story. I did that shit in Vegas. I did it at the Stratosphere. I had went, me and my homeboy Rick from Bounty Hunters. That was my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
We took these 2 bras over there, man. These 2 little stripper bras, and they was going over there to dance at Cheetahs, the stripper club.
Okay.
Make some money at Cheetahs. And so we was all staying downtown at the El Cortez. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so
nice.
I had got the room at the El Cortez because I was fucking with the slot, so I had like a little. At that time, they was giving me comps. So I was getting my rooms and shit. I could come. It was called the Four Seasons. In the spring, once in the fall, and I had my man. So I got us the room and everything. So we got to the motherfucking El Cortez, whoopie whoop. So when we first get to Vegas, we at the Stratosphere, and I'm in there, fucking with the little slots or whatever. And the homie, I'm in there. He's like, we gotta go. I'm like, what's up? He's like, the police be on their way. I'm like, what? He's like, nigga, I done slammed my bitch out in valet. I'm like, oh.
Oh man.
So we run up out the Stratosphere before because they don't play in Vegas.
Oh yeah, you going down. I think the sheriff's.
Yeah. So we run up out the Stratosphere, bam, and that, like I said, that was the first day we get there. So bam, we go downtown to the motherfucking El Cortez, whoop whoop, and so the last day we in Vegas, I done lost all my money. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Everything, and so I had and the old girl that I came with, once I lost everything, she was like, oh, she was good on me then. When I had money and shit, the bitch was fucking with me. But when I had she got fools on me.
You already know how that goes.
Bruh. So I'm like, all right, it's all good then. I'm taking my ass back to LA. So I had a homie take me. I'm like, all right, so I had $100. I'm like, all right, and back then the flight, it was $80 to fly from Vegas to Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, take me to McCarran to the airport. I'm getting the fuck up out of Vegas. The motherfucker took all my money, and then I was the last day in the El Cortez. Bam. So as we go on our way to the airport, I reach in my pocket, and I'm like, damn, I still got these few dollars, because it was back then you could have
the airport got casinos too. Yeah, airport got machines of the motherfuckers.
Yeah, but no, from when we first got to the Stratosphere, I still had Stratosphere coins in my.
Oh, okay.
From when we first got there to what we had to run up out of there from when we first got there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, before you take me to the airport, stop me by the Stratosphere so I can just play these because I can't do shit with them in LA. So just let me just drop them off and then keep it moving. Mm-hmm. So I had $100 and the flight was 80. So I put the few little, we stopped at the Stratosphere. I put the few little dollars in, bam, nothing happened. And I was like, fuck it. So I had $20. Man, I put that $20 in there. And I got double diamond, and a 7.
Woo-hoo!
I cracked that bitch.
It was a dollar machine? What was it?
$100. It was a dollar machine. I cracked that bitch for $1,800.
Nice.
And now, mind you, I was drunk too. I was fucked up. I'm like, at least if I'm, I'm broke, I'm ready to drink.
Good.
And get on this little flight and take my drunk ass back to LA. And when I hit that motherfucking 1,800, nigga, you would have thought I had hit $1 million. You feel me?
Of course.
On me. Because I had never, I had way more money than that before.
Yeah, but when
you
needed it,
it's a different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I dropped to my knees. I was like, thank you, two motherfuckers next.
Yeah, I grabbed.
I was like, what?
When I hit at the Pachanga that day, I remember. You just made me remember. I picked up homie. I picked them up. I swear to God, I was happy as fuck.
But so here's the rub though. I'm sitting there waiting for them motherfuckers to come because they got to go verify the camera because Vegas, they look at the camera, they want to make sure before they give you that money that everything is legit. So I'm waiting for them motherfuckers to bring me the bread, and I'm playing the machine right next to it. Crack that bitch for $700.
See, you kept going. It's time to go now.
Yeah, so I did that. I'm like, all right. So I gave the homie $100. I said, all right, take me to the airport. I didn't play that shit back. Mm-hmm. I said, take me to the airport, homie. And I fucked up out of Vegas with all that in my pocket.
So you won that day, shit.
Yeah. And then I didn't won some other times in Vegas, but that was my biggest hit on the slot. And one, I didn't have like $1,000 hit, $1,200 hit, shit like that. But $1,800 on one machine, that's the most I didn't hit.
Yeah, that's a nice one. And then that's what's up, because they laughed at me, but really all I fuck with is the slots. I don't want nobody in my business.
And let me tell you, boys, I like the double diamond, and I like the 5 times K, and I like the blazing 7s.
Okay. I was in Long Island, Jake's 58. I was playing, and I was hitting on the dollar machines. Had like probably up to 800. So I went downstairs and went to the $5 machine. I was supposed to be on my way out, but I passed the machine. I just felt the feeling. So I put a $100 bill in it, hit it, boom, 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 boom. Lost it. Put another $100 bill in it, hit it. And then on the last like 3 or something, I maxed out. I think it was like $15. I hit it, bing, bing, bing. Third one. That shit hit, homie. Couple thousand. Went to get my money.
Yeah.
And they told me, oh, you owe the IRS some bread. I'm like, what the fuck? They took the bread from me, man.
Yeah. They do that shit. And that's another thing they do. They take your ID, your social security card, and they go run your shit for sure.
That shit was ugly.
They definitely do that for sure.
I'm gonna keep it 100, but now, I'm clean with the IRS.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my longest.
One time I hit at the at State Line, because we used to stop at State Line too at Buffalo Bills and at the old, back then it was the Prima Donna, but I stopped. It's the Prim, but I stopped fucking with the Prima Donna when that little 7-year-old girl got killed up in the Prima Donna. But we used to stop there at State Line, and I used to play them Wheel of Fortune machine at the Prima Donna. and I hit that bitch at the Prima Donna for $850, and then went across the street to Buffalo Bills and hit it up for another $500. That's when I was really playing the Wheel of Fortune machine. But I really started fucking with the Wheel of Fortune machine because I couldn't get no big jackpots off of it.
Yeah, I like the Wheel of Fortune though. I got a couple. I
like Wheel of Fortune, but I could never get no. I think that the biggest jackpot I got was like that $850 at the Prima Donna at State Line.
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't been to the casino in like probably a year damn near, and I just passed one the other day, Empire Casino. But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You before we go, wait, cause you what part of LA you from? Never mind. You ain't gotta answer that. But you know about Wack and CEO Reek, right?
Yeah.
So Reek, we've been talking. We've been talking with each other, whatever.
Okay.
First of all, what you think about the situation right now with Reek and how you looking and all that? I'm sorry, that's just what we do here. Like, gossip, for real. Because I got a question. Because we talking, me and Reek talking right now, so I just want to, you know.
I really don't want to comment on it because we all from Cali.
All right, I hear you. No problem.
I don't want to comment on it, but I'm gonna salute Reek and I'm gonna salute Wack.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and Reek.
I will say this though. I saw that interview that Wack did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to you might not necessarily like the messenger, but the message. You know.
What interview are you talking about, sir?
That is incorrect. And Wack was showing some receipts and speaking on some. I'm not gonna call no names, but he was speaking on certain names, and he was showing receipts. And
what interview? I'm sorry, because he got a lot of interviews.
The interview that he did on Reggie Wright.
Bomb First. Okay. I haven't seen the whole thing in its entirety. I've seen a couple of the skits. You know.
Yeah, he spit some shit on there. Some things I didn't know about. That he put in, and I was like, I didn't know that, but he put. You know, I'm from LA, and I didn't. You know, and the streets give it up out here, and I hadn't even heard a couple of things that he put down. So. You know, it was eye-opening for sure. And so that's why I really don't want to comment one way.
I hear you. Other. But I just want to hear, like, from an LA nigga, you think Reek, you know, will it be a good look for this channel if Reek fuck with us? Because he been messing with us. Yeah. He been, you know, he messing with us. He did 2 shows on this channel, and he told me in advance about the live that was going down with him and Cadillac Ty. He called me. He said, get ready to record it. But of course, some YouTube blog suckers, they was on it way earlier and they did it right because the volume was fucked up on mine or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, Reek is the homie. I ain't gonna lie. We've been talking and I'm cool. And you know, I ain't gonna cap to you. I'm telling you facts or whatever. It ain't like he just a regular nigga. You feel me? Like everybody else. But yeah, I do appreciate that he reached. You know,
I fuck with him. He's standing on his stoop, and I'm fucking with that. So. Mm-hmm. You know, I definitely am. You know, I think he would be an asset to the platform. You definitely can peep the real. You know, your life experience have taught you to stay sucker free, and you move buster free. That's why I fuck with you, Bush. You know, the perspective you bring. You know, the way you talk is the way I talk, homie. On certain shit.
That's what's up, homie. I appreciate you though. If I would have been into this shit if it wasn't for you, but you know, I'm trying to get more comfortable in front of this shit because people owe me and shit, you know, with certain shows.
You're good at it though. You know, like I said, bro, this your lane. Go ahead on and just keep grinding and keep building up your platform, and you know, because you cover a wide variety of topics. You ain't just stuck in one lane.
Yeah,
a lot of these cats, you know, going back to what you were saying earlier, like on academics. Like if he doesn't do the messy shit, his channel that's what gets the most views. He be having like 7, 8, 9, 10K in his lives.
Yep.
And
you're right.
And it be because he be on there going at motherfuckers, and he be, you know. But I just think, in my opinion, that once you start that lane, your audience is not going to allow you to really go anywhere else. So you have to keep up that same energy that you've been bringing. Well, you as a content creator, you talk about a wide variety of topics. You're not just nailing yourself down to one specific subject. Like the mob shit, that shit is fascinating. Like certain people
we doing that content. Yo, we on that now. We on that mob shit. Yeah. On that. Oh, Jimmy got some stories, because he been in some real physical altercations.
Like you coming with personal stories.
Yeah, I'm bearing my soul, homie, but I'm being real 100 with it. And I got a job to where it don't matter, and I ain't I believe like to be a real content creator, you gotta be for real and be real. That's all. And if I face any consequences for it, guess what? That logo, it's a story behind all that shit. And I ain't gonna go into it today or whatever. But this is what I gotta ride for whatever I create. That's just me. Feel me? And because it's real 100 shit behind it. This ain't no fake. Rah, whatever. Money ain't the motivation either for me. But I do plan on this channel making money.
That's your show, man. I just wanted to call in, tap in with you, homie. I didn't want to hijack the show.
But you need to hijack this show for me whenever I do this, because I need help when I'm doing these right here. But I finally, But man, that was what's up, homie. I learned a lot about you. I appreciate it. I think we need to chop it up on another level and shit. And maybe you make an appearance and shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
The shit was flowing, homie, and it was cool. You feel me? So, yeah, to chop it up. Appreciate it.
So yeah, I'm gonna let you finish out your show and get back.
I'm about to end this shit. I only do an hour. Really, this shit been 2 hours.
I ain't even tripped, man. I ain't even looked to see how long we been. Oh yeah, damn. Okay, that's crazy.
But man, that shit was good. Good looking for calling up, homie, because you made me touch on things that I really wanted to touch on it, but you supported it and the shit was cool. Shout out to my boy James. Shout out to everybody that checked in the comments, and we out of here for today. That was live.
Shout out everybody in the comments. And with Ad Reek on, I think that'd be a good look for the platform. And you know what you're doing. And I'm going to continue to support you, fam. And to the next time, homie, stay safe, stay up. God bless you and the family. And I'll get at you on the next one, homie.
Same to you, homie. God bless. Good looking. Appreciate you, too. Peace out to you all.
Appreciate you.